From pickdogs.com, and it is Friday, November 22nd, 2019, here with your live show. It is Friday. That means it's free for all Friday here on our show. So everything is fair game. All the questions come from our live audience. I'm sorry I'm late today. It's just all these college basketball games. Well, I'm not making excuses. I'm just going to tell you what happened. It's not an excuse. It's just the reason. The reason why I'm late is because a bunch of college basketball games that I wanted to do videos on for YouTube came out late. The Duke game against Georgetown, Texas Cal, Villanova, Mississippi State, all those lines came out late. They just came out recently. So I wanted to do YouTube videos and get them up, and it just took me a couple minutes to get them loaded. Xavier, UConn we did, Baylor, Coastal Carolina, all these are up on YouTube. And I was able to do them this morning. So hopefully you guys had a chance, get a chance to check them out. Like I said, they just went up. But if you're joining us, it's Team A versus Team B with the point spread. It is free for all Friday. All the questions come from you guys. I got about 20 to 25 minutes to spend with you guys today. It's my fault for being late, but you know what? I'll make it up to you tomorrow and every day after that. It's just in these tournament style days, I just wanted to get those videos up. The time frame is short. I say I'm going to be here at 10 a.m. Eastern time. I'm here at 10 a.m. Eastern time every single day. So, you know, I'm rarely late. Liberty versus Morgan State. Yes, someone's got to ask that one. Super popular question on our website. I don't know anything about this game, but I see a lot of people reading this article on the website. Let's take a quick look at it. I mean, is this a game that anybody would care about normally? It's one question per person. Just remember that. Liberty versus Morgan State. Liberty 5-0, Morgan State 3-2. Both these teams 2-1 against the number. Morgan State, 15-point dogs in this one. Liberty's wins Navy. East Carolina, 20-point win in that one. They have been murder incorporated against the spread. Meanwhile, Morgan State, a win over G-Dubs with getting 8.5, and then a loss against St. Francis. A loss to Temple by 18, but they were getting 18.5 in that one. Oh, this is a tough game. The Liberty defense is really the issue here. I don't love this game, but I'll go with Liberty. I'll take Liberty and lay the 14.5 points. That'll be my free pick. It's free for all Friday. Bring your questions. One question per person. Not going to sit here and have the same person. I'm not anyone's free pick. I'm not going to say the word. But I'm going to, you know, it's one question per person. Team A versus Team B. McNeese State versus Richmond. Of course, if you're watching the show, be sure to hit the thumbs up. Be sure to subscribe to our channel. We are so close to 5,000 subscribers. I can smell it. We're at 4.99. 4,990 something. Just need a few more. So please subscribe to our channel. Well, we always need more. Then we're going to go for our next number. But McNeese versus Richmond. You can find this thing. Richmond 15.5-point favorites, 3-0 on the season, but just 1-2 against the number. McNeese 0-4, but 3-1 against the number. So this is a team that doesn't win games and covers point spreads. That's usually right in our wheelhouse. McNeese only averaging 72, while Richmond's scoring 94, but defensively, McNeese is allowing 83 and 84. This number looks too big. I'm going to take McNeese plus the big number here. Sorry for being late. No problem. Wilmington versus Cleveland State. Cleveland State's one of those teams that every few years they're really good. I'm just not sure this is it. the Vikings. Wilmington -7 in this game. 73% of the public on them, but Cleveland State yet to cover a point spread this season, while UNC Wilmington 2-1 against the number, 3-2 straight up. Let's look at the level of competition. Cleveland State, South Carolina, losing by 27 points in a game they were getting 24. Missouri State. This is a bad Cleveland State. There's good Cleveland State. There's bad Cleveland State. Meanwhile, Wilmington got waxed by Xavier. A nice win over Campbell, who's not bad, and 16 to Carolina. So Wilmington has played some of the better teams. That's usually when you play the better teams like that, where it shows up in the short thing. It's kind of like a pitcher's ERA, right? In the short amount of games, it really shows up in your statistics. But NC Wilmington is the way better team here. I love it. UNC Wilmington -7. People say they get it. They can tell by the excitement in my voice. My voice should sound excited there. Wyoming versus Colorado State. This is a college football game tonight. It's down to 6.5. Wyoming favored, and I certainly think that Wyoming is the far better team here. Colorado State usually plays well late in the season. They had won 3 in a row before losing by 17 to Air Force, but the 3 wins, New Mexico, a sketchy Fresno team. Meanwhile, Wyoming is a good team, but they've lost their last 2. But one was an overtime loss to Boise, the other one a loss to Utah State. Their other recent loss was to San Diego State. But once again, a lot of their wins are against the same type of teams that we're seeing here. I'll take Wyoming at home, laying the points. We don't see them on national TV in night games at home too often. I think it'll probably be pretty exciting for them. We'll take Wyoming. Eastern Michigan against Maryland, Baltimore County, the Retrievers. Let's see what we got going on here. I did not like the way UMBC looked last time out. I'll tell you that much. They got waxed. They're +1 here in the game. They're 4-1 on the season, Maryland, Baltimore County. That one loss, they were absolutely bludgeoned by LSU by 27 points in a game. They were getting 17.5. Outside of that, their other games were really against nobodies except for the win over Florida Gulf Coast. I guess you can call that, the 4-point win in that one. But meanwhile, on the other side of this thing, Eastern Michigan, the win over North Texas. Just a 1-point spread here. It's that you have to throw out, if you throw out the 77 points in the LSU game, Baltimore County, their numbers are a little bit skewed. Eastern Michigan is the better free throw shooting team, so I'm going to take Eastern Michigan plus the point. I just think that it's a close game. Let's go with the team that scores that's better at free throws. This is not the line on this game. Michigan -24.5 versus Houston Baptist. Oh, actually, it is Miami, Florida. It's moved to 4. I love Miami here. Take Miami plus the points. Miami generally not a good cover team except when they're dogs. Miami's one of those teams that's a good cover team as dogs. Florida, a horrible cover team. Yesterday, Blackshear, they made this whole big thing how he was thrown out of the game. I got news for you. He had nothing going on in the first half anyway. Michigan -24.5 versus Houston Baptist. Houston Baptist is terrible this season. I know this is not a good Michigan team, but Houston Baptist is terrible. Clippers -4.5 versus Rockets. I like the Clippers. If you want more detail, I got a video out on the site, but my pick is the Clippers. Western Kentucky versus Bowling Green. It is free-for-all Friday. Team A versus Team B with a point spread. Of course, if you like this, make sure you hit the thumbs up button on YouTube. And also be sure to subscribe to our channel. We are so close to 5,000 subscribers. Of course, after we hit 5,000, I'll be talking about the next number. But we are at 4,998. We just need 2 to get to 5,000. Got 26 thumbs up, 1 thumbs down on the show. There's 27. We got 54 people watching, so we got a 50% thumbs up rate here. So you shrink the comments, and that's how you hit the thumbs up. Western Kentucky -4 against Bowling Green. Take a quick look. Bowling Green getting 4 in this one. Western Kentucky 4-0. Bowling Green 3-1, 2-0 against the spread. This is a pretty good game. Bowling Green's wins. The one loss to LSU by 9 points. They covered in that one. Neither of these teams have played anybody. Western has the win over Eastern Kentucky. That's really their claim to fame here. I'm gonna take Bowling Green. We're going with a lot of the MAC teams today. I like Bowling Green in that one. Morning. South Carolina State versus Vandy. Vandy seems to finally be turning the corner when they got Drew from Valpo. You know, he's kind of been disappointing, but I think this year they start to finally look like they're good. South Carolina State, though, isn't horrible. Vandy's 3-1 on the season, 3-1 against the number, while South Carolina State hasn't covered a spread this season. South Carolina got blasted by Liberty. They only scored 39 points in that game. And they got blasted by Memphis. They were 26-point dogs in that game and didn't cover. They were 18.5-point dogs against Liberty. Didn't cover in that one. Meanwhile, Vandy, they were 17.5-point favorites against AMCC. Did not cover in that game, but they covered as 13.5-point favorites against Southeast Missouri. They had that 1-point loss to Richmond in overtime, 93-92. That is a ton of points. Let's dig in a little deeper to the numbers. South Carolina State only averages 51 points a game, allowing 81 points. I smell a blowout here. I'm going to go with Vandy. Of course, this is Mitch. It's Free for All Friday. Valpo versus Grand Canyon. It is one question per person, so just make sure. Please respect that. So let's get to this one. Valpo versus Grand Canyon. Grand Canyon, of course, is a for-profit university. Valpo 3-1 on the season. It's kind of like Valpo's might be in a bounce back year. They kind of had a down year with the coaching change, and now it looks like they're possibly coming back. Grand Canyon was a 1-point favorite in this one. They normally play pretty tough. They beat Middle Tennessee State. They beat a pretty good Arkansas Pine Bluff. Well, I confused Arkansas Pine Bluff and Little Rock. Actually, they beat Pine Bluff. It was not good. San Diego State losers and lost to Illinois. So their losses have been against good teams, except for that opener, the 82-73 loss. Meanwhile, Toledo, the losses to St. Louis for Valpo. North Dakota, solid win. 67, 73, 69. This is close. This is a close game. I'm going to toss the coin if I can find it. If I can't toss the coin, I'll just go with Valpo. I don't know where the penny is. I don't know. I doubt it. Oh man, there's one in every crowd. Bethune-Cookman versus Incarnate Word. Thanks. Incarnate +4 in this one. Bethune 2-2 on the season, 0-2 against the number. Incarnate 0-3 against the number. Someone's O has got to go. Neither of these teams have played much. Texas Tech for Bethune-Cookman, they got crushed though, getting 27 in that one, but at least they showed up to the building. Losses to Northern Colorado and Missouri. Incarnate's terrible. They lost by 40 to Missouri. Both these teams averaging 52, Bethune allowing an extra 10 points a game. I'm going to say that's that Texas Tech game, but you know, Incarnate has that 82 point against Missouri. Oof, this is a tough game. I'm going to go with Incarnate Word +4. Incarnate Word. Middle Tennessee State versus Tulane. Of course, we do free picks on this show every day. We got tons of video picks on YouTube. I did 5 before I did this show. Duke and Georgetown, and Texas Cal, Villanova, Mississippi State. I did Baylor, Coastal. Did a bunch. Xavier, UConn. That's why I was late. His lunch just came out. I gotta be the only one out there with those videos. Tulane versus Middle Tennessee coming up shortly. Middle Tennessee is a team that we rode for a long time. Remember the Giddy Potts era? 2-2 against the spread for Tulane. 1-2 against Middle Tennessee. Middle Tennessee losers to Villanova yesterday. They never got out of the gate. They also lost to Coastal Carolina, who's a really good team this year as well. Meanwhile, Mississippi State crushed Tulane by 14. They were getting 10.5, but outside of that, they haven't played anybody this season. And that, to me, is the problem. I'm going to take Middle Tennessee here. This is a lean at best. Tulane averaging more points, but you know what? I'm going to take Tulane. I'm going to switch. I like the Tulane defense a little better. Let's take Tulane. We did this game. Sacred Heart versus Presbyterian. This guy's just fucking with me. Because we did Bethune-Cookman versus Incarnate. Word on your pick already. It's 1 per person. You got me on the other one. Not playing the game. South Carolina versus Gardner-Webb. So let's find the most obscure games on the board and let's just keep asking them. What we're going to do is we just block people like that. It's like it's 1 per person. So this one is South Carolina versus Gardner-Webb. I could already tell you without even looking that I'm leaning Gardner-Webb without even looking, but we'll take a closer look. Gardner-Webb. 0-4 on the season, 1-3 against the number. South Carolina 3-1 against the spread. Ooh, maybe I jumped the gun on that Gardner-Webb. 52-74 against. They've played everybody. North Carolina, Western Carolina, Furman. They have not played a slouch in the bunch, but they haven't done anything against them except for the cover against North Carolina. Meanwhile, South Carolina probably pretty focused after losing to Boston University last game. I'm going to take South Carolina. We did this game. I got a video out there on this one, but I took Utah State. You can, if you want more detail, just watch the video. Georgia State -10 versus South Alabama. This is college football, I'm guessing. Why don't you ask that, come back and ask it on our college football show. Actually, I like Georgia State. I like Georgia State there. Did this one. That's in the premium area. I like the Jazz in this one. If you want more detail, I have a video out on YouTube on this. Ohio versus Utah -5.5. I thought Utah was one of the more disappointing teams yesterday. This line just came out. I did not understand that game. Meanwhile, Ohio +6 in this one is what I'm seeing. Utah got beat by Coastal Carolina. It's not even that they lost, it's that they got slaughtered. But meanwhile, Ohio, they played Villanova, Baylor, and they've just gotten crushed by all of them. I think Utah bounces back in this one. I'm going to lay the 6 and take Utah. Taking a lot of favorites. Usually not a good idea. 1 question per person. Nova -6.5. I did a video on this one. I took Nova. You can check out the detail there. This is premium area. St. Joe's versus Missouri State. I like Missouri State in this one. St. Joe's played really hard against Florida. And Missouri State played really hard against Miami. 2 dogs that covered yesterday. I'm going to take Missouri State to take that one. Over. Baylor Coastal over. Let's see what we got going on as far as our likes for this video. Of course, be sure to hit the like button. We got 82 people watching and 44 likes. So shrink the comments and hit the like button. Greatly appreciated. Kings versus Nets. I like the Kings. I got a video out there on this one if you want more detail. Did this game. Over. And yeah, right. Washington versus Charlotte over 233. I gave out. I did a video on this exact same pick. You can look at it there, but I gave out under. You can see the detail in the pick. Rhode Island, I like in this one -6.5. I like a lot of the favorites. Probably dead on these picks. Asheville versus Nichols. Asheville versus Nichols. Not really sure. Yeah, this is why I hate free-for-all Fridays. I used to love it. I used to love the free-for-all format. I used to love it. Stopped enjoying it. No idea. I'll take Nichols +10. Of course, be sure to hit the thumbs up. Greatly appreciated. We got 80 people watching and 51 thumbs up. Only on Fridays. I like South Dakota in that one. Too many points. Still in the premium area. That's in the premium area. Premium area still. Did that one. My email is still mitch@pickdogs.com. It can't be any more easy than that. mitch@pickdogs.com. Yikes, man. Yeah, we did that one. We did that one a long time ago. We'll recap at the end of the show. There you go. Did this game. I like Oregon in this one. I did a video on it. Oregon is really tough this season. All right. We covered all the questions here. Man, that was a sprint. But we covered them all. I will recap. Liberty -15. We took McNeese State, UNC Wilmington, Wyoming in the football game, Eastern Michigan, Miami +4 against Florida, Michigan, the Clippers, Bowling Green, Vandy, Valpo, Incarnate, Word, Tulane, South Carolina, Utah State, the Jazz, Utah. Villanova, Mississippi State, the Kings over in the college football game tonight. Georgia State tomorrow in college football. We took the over in Baylor Coastal, Rhode Island -6.5, Nichols +10, South Dakota and Oregon -8. Man, that was a sprint, but we did it. This is Mitch. Thanks for joining me. If I missed any games or you want to get a game that we didn't do, We got free picks on every game every day at pickdogs.com. And, of course, on our YouTube channel, I do more free pick videos than anybody out there. I will see you guys at 4 p.m. Eastern time for the football free-for-all with Steve Monahan. So I will see you then. Have a great rest of your morning. Let's watch some college hoops. Daytime, weekday, sports are 3 favorite words.